The Vivo V5 is a peculiar effort from Vivo. It's not flagship even though its price point does include the budget flagship devices from companies like Xiaomi and Lenovo, and also neither it is marketing as a mid-ranger. It's trying to topple the likes of new segments so-called selfie experts with the Oppo F1s, but it sees itself falling behind in most areas. This is why we want to take a close look at the just launched Vivo V5. The Vivo V5 is an average looking phone, got most of its design elements similar to the Oppo device, and while that might be an understandable because Oppo is the parent company, we would have definitely appreciated some originality here, though there is one way in which the phone differs from its rival, and that is the use of materials. While the F1s sticks Oppo's stride and the true all-metal design, the Vivo houses an all-plastic chassis with some fake antenna bands going around the back of the device. The front-centric home button doubles as the fingerprint scanner, and Vivo does not seem to have highlighted on any Gorilla or any other protection for the front 5.5-inch HD display to conclude on the handling department. We would give an average rating of around 6 out of 10 to the V5. Talking of display, here is from where things get interesting. The V5, I don't know why, is sporting just a HD display in a smartphone era, where even 1080p displays are fading out in the flagship segment. While we here in Tech Unique don't particularly always feel the need of a Quad HD display and can live without a Full HD display most of the time, especially in this price range, so as long as the displays perform decently, HD or 720 is just a little underwhelming. The display itself too is just average at best. The 5.5-inch IPS LCD panel on the V5 gets sufficiently bright and has good viewing angles for what it worth, but color reproduction and vibrancy just lack a lot. Now the camera, or rather the front camera, happens to be the main bet or USP of this device. We'll get to that in a bit. First, let's talk about the UI, which is surprisingly enough happens to be quite polished and feature-packed. You have well-leveled controls and quite a few tricks, beginning with the night mode to slow motion to panorama to fast shutter mode. You can apply a bunch of filters and record videos up to 1080p, which is little of a downside of the phone. Now let's quickly touch upon a few shots of the rear camera, which is 13MP unit with phase detection autofocus and a lens with f2.0 aperture. Now, frankly speaking, the camera performance is just average at best. The shots are not well exposed and focusing is not great. The detail levels are nice and the white balance seems to be okay. Videos though are even worse with the absolutely terrible exposure and very poor dynamic range. Talking about the main deal, the front-facing 20MP snapper is quite good for the most part, so that's welcome if selfies are great importance to you. The shots have a lot of detail thanks to the megapixel count, and there are no such dynamic range issues like the ones found with the rear camera, though the phone often tends to produce blurred images, so you need to hold the phone sturdily since the front camera lacks any stabilization. The Vivo V5 is running on a rather old 6.0 Marshmallow with its FunTouch OS on top. Now, frankly speaking, FunTouch is just not our cup of tea. It's just too overdone and bloated with too many unnecessary apps and features. Now, thankfully you can uninstall many of these apps, but even then, the OS just does not appeal to us. While it's not a straight up bad performer, but it just doesn't stack up to the likes of Oppo's Color OS or Xiaomi's Mi UI. There are few nice features like the ability to customize the font or display network speed in status bar. The rest are more of gimmicks like Smart Wake or Smart Glance. One feature that's certainly nice to have though is the multi-screen, so the overall experience of using FunTouch is just not remarkable and lack from a more mature implementation of doing things, like having to swipe from the bottom half of the screen to call upon the recent apps and having to swipe away the app icons to close them just annoyed us to no limits. So I would say FunTouch is a growing platform which needs more time to truly enhance on its user experience. Talking about the user experience, the fingerprint scanner on the V5 was decently fast and accurate, which is something nice to praise about. Now, general performance with the V5 was not that bad. The octa-core MediaTek processor and 4GB of RAM are able to handle most stuff just fine and did not cause any performance hiccups, and we are able to get most daily things done smoothly. The phone shows signs of slowdown only when used too intensely, but to keep in mind that this is just a mid-range chip and is going to be good for carrying out regular tasks only. Anything more like gaming, you need to look elsewhere, probably something like Lenovo Z2 Plus or a Mi5. Battery life with the Silene 3000 mAh battery was decent and got us through the day fine, but don't expect it to deliver till the second day as well. So that was our review of Vivo V5. If you ask me whether you should buy this phone or not, I would say in this price range you can get much better phone from other companies like Xiaomi, Leeco, Samsung, etc. If you are a big fan of Vivo, then you can purchase this phone. Otherwise, I would not recommend this phone. This is Pablo from Tech Unique signing off.